Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Maria. I am 21 years old and I want to change that intro. Why should I say in every video that I'm 21 years old and I'm studying mechanical engineering? I don't know if you can tell, but we're back in Switzerland. We're back in my cozy corner, and quarantine was fun games, but it's time to get back to work. So I got back, I left home, I came here to study and see my friends, of course, but mainly study for the exams. I'm making this Q&A actually because I've gotten so many questions throughout all of my ETH videos. I feel like that's what I'm known for. Usually I get the same questions multiple times, so I decided to make my first Q&A and reply to questions that you had about the ETH and my life and me and everything. Right now it's 11 p.m. I had planned to study a little bit more because I didn't manage to finish everything that I planned for today, and my brain is fried, so I decided to make this video instead because otherwise I would be feeling guilty. So here we are. I wrote down some questions that you dropped in my DMs on Instagram and also in my YouTube comments, and I also asked you in the community tab on Instagram to write some questions if you had any, and you came through, so let's go, because I always make my intros too long. So the first couple of questions are very serious and I would like to start with them. So the first question says, important question that's gonna tell a lot about your future. Do you like pineapple on pizza? I've made a mukbang with a couple of my friends. It was about Game of Thrones and we were eating pizza, and one of those pizzas had pineapple on it, and it was actually my first time trying a pineapple on pizza, and drumroll please, I don't really like it. I mean, pineapple is something sweet and I'm used to eating savory things on my pizza, and generally I don't like fruits on like main dishes. I like fruits as dessert and as snack, but I don't like fruits on main dishes, and yeah, that's my answer. I don't like pineapple on pizza. I'd really prefer something else. How about the things you miss from Switzerland in quarantine at home, like aromat, the Swiss thing of them all? To be honest, I had to Google what aromat is, but it turns out that I already had it in my kitchen drawer, and yeah, to be honest, I missed that. I missed cooking because my mom was always cooking at home, and the main thing that I missed during quarantine from Switzerland is that we missed the whole like skiing period, like snow period. We didn't get to ski. We had like 2 or 3 sessions during the whole like ski season, and yeah, I hate that we missed that. I also hate that we missed like May in Switzerland, because that's when the weather starts getting warm and we go to the lake and chill at the lake and barbecue at the lake and stuff like that. How comfortable would you be working at an English language job after studying in German language? Actually, to be honest, I would be more comfortable working in English than German. Most of the courses I've taken at the ETH have been in German, but there have been also a lot of courses in English, and also my master's will be in English, and I'm much more comfortable with the English language than I am in German. How about the budget? A lot of people have been asking about my budget and generally how much money I spend in Switzerland, because of course Switzerland is known to be a very expensive country. Also the ETH has like a budget set up things, like a budget for the student life in Zurich, which is around 2,000 something francs if I'm not mistaken. To be honest, for me it's less than that, but keep in mind that I got very lucky with my apartment, but I don't commute with the public transportation. I walk everywhere because I live in the center. I bike, I cook at home, I barely eat out. I don't even eat at the college cafeteria, which here it's called Mensa. I usually cook at home, and yeah, so that's why I don't pay around $2,000. I usually pay around 1,300, 1,400, around there. It can be less, it can be more, depends on the month, depends on my expenses. So I'm also planning to do like a budget video, like how much I spend in a week basis, but I will do it next semester when and if everything goes back to normal. So if you are interested in something like that, let me know and subscribe. Can you get a part-time job at the university? I don't really know how this works at other universities, if other universities are offering students part-time jobs, but at the ETH the only part-time job you can get is an assistant, a teaching assistant job. But other than that, you can always look for a part-time job outside of the university. I have a couple of friends actually that work in bars. Some people work in retail at like shops in the afternoon, stuff like that. What are you planning to do after your bachelor's degree? Are you planning to stay at the ETH for your master's, PhD? That's a tough question actually. I've been always very stressed about the future because I never knew what I wanted to do in the future, what I wanted to become. I never had like a concrete plan or a dream, to say so. So no. Wait, what's the question again? What are you planning to do? So the answer is I don't know. This year, the third year, I'm gonna choose like a focused specialization and I'm gonna see if I like it or not. If I like it, I'll probably continue doing my master's in mechanical engineering. I will be trying to focus on this specialization. If I don't like it, I might go into like economics or management, or to be honest, I have no idea. I will for sure continue my education in masters, probably at the ETH, but that might change. I'm 80% sure that I won't be doing a PhD because first, I'm not that smart, and second, I don't really want to get into research and into that educational field. The next two questions are actually related to this one. The next question is, are you thinking to return back to Greece when you're done with your studies? I want to go back to Greece at some point, but I don't think that I will go back to Greece directly after my studies. The job situation in Greece isn't that good yet, and I don't think that I will have like my focus and my specialization. I don't think that there will be something related to this field in Greece, and if there is, it will be something small. I would love to go back to Greece at some point. To be honest, I can't imagine like raising a family outside of Greece because that's what I've known for my whole life. I'd love to go back and like support my country, but I have to make sure that first I can support myself. We'll see. And the next question is, do you have a plan about your life after college? And again, no. I'm very uncertain about the future. I don't have a concrete plan. I've never had one, and I know that I want to move to a different country. I don't want to live in Switzerland for my whole life. I want to experience other things and other cultures. I would love to move to the US at some point and see how life is there, or at a bigger, more international city in Europe like Berlin or Amsterdam or London. Let's see where life takes me. Why ETH? Why Switzerland? If neither ETH nor Switzerland, what other uni or country city? So I've already talked about this, but I went to German high school. That's why I had like the German diploma after high school, and that's how I learned German. I had the Greek and the German diploma, but my Greek grades weren't enough to go to the Technical University of Athens in mechanical engineering, so I decided to go abroad. My other options other than Zurich were Munich and Berlin. Munich because of the university, it's a very good university, the Technical University of Munich, and Berlin, the Technical University of Berlin isn't that great, but a lot of my friends were going there and I felt very secure, like socially wise, that I would have people around that I already knew. But then the ETH accepted me for the bachelors. I already had the ETH in mind for my masters, but I was sure that I wouldn't get enough grades to go here for my masters, and I knew that I would regret it if I didn't take that place for my bachelors. So I thought, let's try it out. It's one of the best universities in the world. If I can't do it, then I will just go to Germany in one university there. If I make it, then great. How competitive is a grad student from the ETH versus a grad student from the States? I have no idea, but it always depends on you, on your grades, on the university, on the university's ranking, also how many extracurriculars you have done, how motivated you are, how much you want to work. Here I feel like, if you mean like how competitive in Switzerland, here I think someone would prefer to hire a student that had his studies at ETH because it's a Swiss university than someone who had studied abroad. But if you mean like internationally, I have no idea. Can you explain the internship and research opportunities? So as far as I know, the ETH is connected to a lot of companies and a lot of jobs, and it offers you many possibilities to like reach out to companies and get an interview at some point. There's also most of the money in ETH is also invested into research, and you can always approach a professor and ask about research opportunities. And I think even as a bachelor student you can get into research. You have to get into contact with a professor, and in your masters I think you should do research at some point, and PhD, it's all about research. This question has been asked so much, and especially by Indian students. So hi guys, the question is, how do the entrance exams work? And I have no idea. I've already talked about the admissions process in a previous video. You can either get into the ETH with your high school diploma, or you can get into the ETH through entrance exams. I have no idea how the entrance exams work because I haven't taken them. There are a lot of information online, but I don't know from first hand how it works because I haven't taken the entrance exams. How did I learn German? I think I've already talked about it. I was going to a Greek elementary school and we had German as like second language after English, and then I took exams for the German school to go to the German school for high school, and then we had some courses, all the science courses, we had it in German. It was like half Greek, half German. So that's how I've gotten good. If you consider me being good at German, that's how I've gotten good at German. How hard is it to get accepted? For the bachelors, in my opinion, it's not that hard to get accepted. There are so many freshmen every year at the bachelors. A lot of them leave after the first year because they find out how hard it is. For the masters, I don't think that's the case. They require very good grades to get accepted for the masters, and also recommendation letters. What suggestions would you give to somebody who wants to study mechanical engineering at ETH? How can I prepare, get ready for this specific university? If you mean for the bachelors, then if you want to study mechanical engineering, you have to already be interested in sciences, especially like physics and a little bit maths and like material sciences and stuff like that. So if you don't like sciences at all, then maybe mechanical engineering isn't for you. I chose mechanical engineering because it's something practical. It also opens up a lot of fields in the future, like you can get into design, product development, which is something that I'm interested in, but also you can go into like research and material science and like production and everything. There are so many. What do you face as an international student? And that's a good question. At first I had some problems meeting people because I got really shy and introverted when I came here. I found out from first hand that people here don't speak German, they speak Swiss German, which is different, and I still have difficulties understanding Swiss German, but I was very insecure about my German and I found it very difficult to approach people and just speak German to them. So that was my problem. Also, most of the students in the bachelors are Swiss and they already have their friends from high school, so they're not really looking for new friendships, they're not really reaching out to new people, and when you see that most of the people are already friends, then it's somehow discouraging because you feel left out. But there are also a lot of international students who are the same position as you are. Fully depends on you. You have to reach out to people. Don't be like me, please. And the last question says, προτείνω βίντεο στα ελληνικά πάντως, which obviously is in Greek, and it says that I recommend that you do videos in Greek, and I wanted to reply to that question because a lot of Greek people have been saying that under my videos. I've been doing the videos in English because I live abroad. Most of my friends aren't Greek. I speak German and English with most of my friends. Also, most of my videos are about my status at ETH, and most of my viewers are international, and most of the people that are interested in ETH are international. I know that my accent isn't perfect, I know that my English grammar isn't perfect, but I'm gonna continue making videos in English because that's what most of the people want. That's what my everyday life is like here. I speak English and German, and I might do like 1 or 2 videos in the future in Greek, but most of my videos will be in English, so I'm sorry to disappoint you. That's it for today, guys. I feel like this will be a long video, so I'm sorry for that. Thank you for staying till the end of the video. If you stayed, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you have any more questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll make sure to do a second one of these Q&As because I always get so many questions about ETH, and I'm happy that there are so many international students interested in studying at ETH. And yeah, I hope you're all healthy and safe, and please stay that way. Also, I wanna acknowledge the whole Black Lives Matter situation. I know that I don't have like a huge following, but I'm obviously anti-racist. I obviously stand with the Black Lives Matter movement, and I fully support it. I've donated in some organizations. I will leave also some organizations below. Please, if you can donate, sign petitions, do whatever you can. I know I am in Europe, but this is an international matter. It's not only an American thing, and we should help as much as we can. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.